Step aside, Tails and McCloud. There's a new fox on the gaming scene with Seasons After Fall from indie developers Swing Submarine. Available now on PC, Seasons After Fall follows the adventures of an unnamed fox and subsequently Spirit Fox as he gathers the season's fragments and tries to perform the Ritual of Seasons. These fragments allow you to control and change the season in order to solve puzzles. Thus, you have a game which, on first impressions, feels like a mix of Ori and the Blind Forest and Zelda, Oracle of Seasons. From a visual perspective, Swing Submarine has created a masterpiece. Their rough, sketchy graphic style is perfect to create a lush forest teeming with plant life. Combining this with the agile animations of the fox and the little touches, such as the rustle of leaves as you land, or the tall grass to run through, creates an environment that truly comes to life. This even extends to the use of collectible flower patches, which you run through, causing them to bloom. This vivid world is then enhanced through the use of sound, which is truly astounding for an indie game. Employing a 4-part string quartet to create the soundtrack, the use of orchestral music throughout gives life and feeling to the game. The moods for different settings and seasons are carefully crafted by the quartet, really showcasing this game beyond others when it comes to a sensory experience. But what is a pretty game without good gameplay? Seasons After Fall begins well in this regard. You have the basic abilities to run, jump, and bark, along with control of the seasons as the story progresses. This allows you to alter various aspects of the terrain, such as growing mushrooms in autumn or freezing water in winter. Using these, you traverse the map collecting the 4 fragments. But after this, the gameplay begins to stale. You have to revisit the same 4 areas of the map twice more in order to complete the game. Whilst there are some new elements each time, the repetitive nature of the environments, combined with the toing and throwing, gets tedious. The puzzles themselves don't seem to get any more challenging, and the game could really have done with a few more puzzle elements to flesh it out. So, whilst the game has breathtaking depth in visual and audio design, it feels somewhat shallow in terms of gameplay. And when compared to other forest-based platformers, such as Ori and the Blind Forest, this game falls flat in terms of ingenuity and creativity. Then we have the story. Told via a 2-person narrative, the story comes across as convoluted. Having completed the game, I have no real idea as to why I was collecting fragments, or any real importance in the Ritual of Seasons. Backstory can be earned through discovering 4 sleep spots, which function somewhat like collectibles, but ultimately, I feel this is a poor method of storytelling when the basic storyline is so unclear. As a simple game, it doesn't need much story, but a basic, understandable one would have been nice. One big plus I do have for the game, however, is the voice acting. Coming from a French dev team, the narration is all in French, with English subtitles. Although I only understood the odd French word, I think the 2 voice actors did very well to convey the tone and mood of the scenes, and the use of language fit the setting of the game, creating an enjoyable experience, even if the story was lacking.
Et dis-moi comment un saumon a pu seul grimper un pin.
L'évolution des espèces, peut-être?
I have to give Seasons After Fall a solid but not spectacular 5 out of 8 bits. This game is a sight to behold, and is truly a work of art. But it's held back by gameplay which becomes repetitive, even in the game's short 4-hour length. With a confusing story which doesn't help matters, Seasons After Fall is still worth the play for the art direction alone. I've been Francesca from The Kilobits, and for more reviews, first impressions, and indie content, you can always subscribe to the channel. If you want to like us, we have a Facebook, facebook.com/The Kilobits, and a Twitter @The Kilobits. And if you want to further support our content, we have a Patreon, patreon.com/The Kilobits.